Alright, hi. Welcome to part 2. Yo, what it do? Welcome to part 2. Ain't this an interesting part 2? Rarely do I really do part 2s, but I end up doing other days, so. Oh, man. What a freaking day. I tell ya. Today is the last day. Erin's last day at the gym. She put her 2 weeks in 2 weeks ago, and she finally finished off, her week, her time, which was Wednesday. So, with that being said, it was kind of hard. It was kind of hard today, it was kind of a difficult day, just processing that, Erin, for whatever reason, was kind of acting strange, though. She was acting all quiet, all that stuff. So I'm just, I'm like, okay, well. But on the other hand, probably because of what I had going on, which was some serious drama, even more serious, to the point to where it got so serious that it's serious. So what could that be? Well, last night I texted my boss, the bitch, Liz. My sister has a doctor's appointment at 2, or I said I would leave at 2, but I left at 1:45 for the heck of it. If I can, leave, I didn't ask her, because I'm not going to ask, if there's a doctor's appointment, I'm going regardless, I'm not going to fucking ask, hey, is it cool if I this and that? I'm going to let you know, hey, I got this going on soon, and I just want to let you guys know, so. With that being said, I let her know that. She didn't respond, but she knew that I texted her. And, basically, I found her, and I was like, hey, she's like, oh, hey, I wanted to talk to you. I'm like, that's great, because I wanted to talk to you too, so I didn't think of it as anything serious. I thought it was about so I was like, I'll just cut it short, my sister has a doctor's appointment. I need to leave early today. She's like, okay. So, I leave her alone. She told me to come back in like 10 minutes because she wanted to talk to me. So I go, I come back in 10 minutes. I just didn't even bother fucking going. I just came back in like 2 or 3 minutes, and I just kind of sat there like, they were like, we need to talk to you. We're just waiting on Chad, fucking Chad, fuck that motherfucker. Treacherous motherfucker. He didn't, but he was just staying there just to kind of be a backup and have whatever said reference, instead of one-on-one, because I could say anything, and they'll just try to, if I say something, I guess, then they'll just fucking, so I said whatever I said, I wasn't afraid. I'm like, why are you here? Why is he here? Just like giving them a hard time. Why is he here? Just giving them a hard time about it, and they're like, which I'm sure they'll tell them, I was like, what if I refuse to sign this, which is, by the way, sign what? They gave me 2 fucking write-ups. They gave me 2 write-ups, so I was like, all right, I'll just sign it. So I signed it, and I told them, you know what, I'm just gonna put my 2 weeks in. So they're like, okay, well, if you can write it down or text her, they weren't even acting all fucking like, oh no, why? They're just like, okay, let's do it. So I write that down on the fucking piece of paper. I'm like, consider this my 2-week notice. And I wrote down that they'd done a bunch of shady shit in the write-up, because they gave me 2. One for 124, one for 125, which is today. I don't know what I did today, but, I'm just like, okay. So, and then I gave a bullshit sign as well, signature. I didn't even write my real signature. So, which I could really give a shit less. And, basically, yeah, I put my 2-week notice in on that paper, and I texted her, I want her to take pictures of those forms or print them out for me so I can grab them tomorrow. Because I forgot to grab them earlier today. I forgot to grab them. I should have taken pictures of them, but oh well. So, but yeah, they were being a bunch of bitches, and I kept calling them out, But then I'm not trying to argue with Liz, I'm really not, because I don't want to risk getting fired, that's really it, I'm not afraid of those fucking fools. I'm just giving them a shitty time about it. I'm like, y'all are a bunch of fucking whatever, I'm just, like, writing it down, smiling, just like I'm not fucking surprised, So, I was like, I'm just gonna put my 2 weeks in, y'all are fucking dumb and stupid, and I wrote down that they've been doing shady shit here for years, for the last couple years, doing shit behind our backs, treating fucking us like garbage, letting the good ones go, they're so bad they're letting the good ones go, and, I told them that, consider this my 2-week notice, that's what I wrote down. So, I walk out, and I'm like, am I good now? Am I good to go? They're like, yeah, that's fine. So I leave. I come back, and they're like, what's up? I'm like, which means fuck you and friends. Erin showed me that one. She's like, she was ironically just being funny. She's like, if you ever put your 2 weeks in, do that. I'm like, okay, but she wasn't being serious. So I did it. I'm like, oh, hey, guys, I just wanted to tell you one more thing. That's fuck y'all, fuck you, And, I don't think they really understood that, but I don't really care, They can look it up all they want. But I'm not going to go telling them what it is. It's my way of saying fuck you, but you probably don't know it means fuck you. So, they might know because, my suspicion is the second one, a lot of people watch Friends, so they might know. So, then I go straight to the kids club, all laughy, like, I'm, like, getting all happy and excited. I'm like, fucking, yeah, I'm done with you fuckers, I'm done with you fuckers, y'all is just a bunch of bitches, I'm getting all happy and excited and all that stuff. And then, finally, of course the kid has to fucking mention the gay Bigfoot sign, because why wouldn't there be a gay Bigfoot sign on the Subaru? And the girl looks like one of Justin's sisters, even though it's not. Go fucking figure. But anyway, yeah, so I'm fucking super happy, dude. I'm, like, more happy. I'm just letting loose. So I go into kids club all happy. They're like, I'm like, hey, guys, guess what? And Vic is like, what? I'm like, I put my 2 weeks in. Vic is like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, I fucking did it. And I'm like wanting Tessa to go telling them this because she's a traitor and a liar and a bitch. She'll tell them anything that we said. And I know because, I know she does. Things that I'll say about the chairs will get pulled out of the kids club. I know, stupid. I know you want some shit, girl. I know you want some shit. You're not slick. Just as much as those punk ass boys. Jesse and Chad is who I'm talking about. So, besides that, yeah, so I told them I don't have to work with these fucking idiots anymore. I don't have to work with these fucking morons and all this stuff, right? So I'm like, oh, yeah, dancing, humping the air, just, like, getting all excited and all that stuff. And I'm just, like, fucking out, dude. So I'm like, Vic, I want to talk to you later. And you, Tessa, she's like, what? I'm like, you'll figure that out. You figure it out. So I left, right? And I'm sure she got the memo because, she didn't look happy with me the second time it went in, which I don't care. I was just singing my tunes and ignoring her. That's how I feel about you. I took a liking to you, and you probably laughed about it when Chad, because I told Chad, I was like, I like her, because Chad was talking to all the women in the fucking gym. It's like, dude, like, come on. And he proceeds to tell me, oh, you should be being all friendly with them. Well, that's, like, Jesus, dude. And he's a hypocrite because he goes and tells me, don't date women at your work. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing, So, hypocrite alert. And that's one of the reasons I stopped talking to him, because he's a hypocrite. And I had people tell me, don't ask Tessa out because he's a liar. He wants a reaction. And I didn't take that for granted. So I told Chad, she's into you, so I'm not going to fucking do that. I'm not going to do that because, that's just going to make me look bad, so why would I do that? Because I confronted Chad about it. I'm like, I took a liking to her first. But hey, if you two work it out, I'm not going to stop you guys. That ain't none of my business, because she broke up with her little Navy boyfriend, and, I'm like, I was the one who was taking a liking to Tessa when she first started working here. I would even ask Vic, I would ask Anna, hey, if she's dating anyone? Yeah, she has a boyfriend in the Army. Okay, then, all right, I'm just going to back the fuck off, because I don't like stealing women from other guys, so. But, yeah, she was just saying shit, texting them behind their backs. I came in for the chairs one morning, because it was the whole situation with the chairs. And, I literally caught them taking the chairs out of the kids club because I said I would come back. I'm going to come back for them and move them. And that's when I knew, ooh, Tessa's a fucking snake. She's a snake and she's a liar. I knew automatically she's a snake and a liar. So, she's not a mean girl, but she's a snake. And she's a backstabber. She's a liar. Just like Chad, just like Jesse, just like Liz. And probably Nick. But Nick, I like Nick. Nick, I couldn't really get mad with. I can't really suspect him for that. I can't really suspect him for being a snake and a liar. I give him the benefit of the doubt. Sure, he was being a puppet to Liz a couple times. Liz would send him back and tell me to go do something. It's like, get the fuck out of here, So that was annoying. But, that's the only thing I could really... That's the only crime that Nick really did. I don't think he really did anything else. But those people really, just Chad, Tessa, Nick... Or not Nick, sorry. Chad, Tessa, Liz... Jesse, that's really about it, and then everybody says something to people about something at the gym, so it's just like, really all of them, but, we're all fishbowls in a tank, even I've said some shit that I've heard from other people, around, so I'm pretty guilty of, gossiping as well, a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But me, when I've never really talked bad about people, I just needed a vent, and I was like, this is bullshit, this person did this and that, this is bullshit, I would talk to Aaron about it. So, yeah, I did this to Tessa, and she didn't really get it. I was like, you'll figure it out, and I left. I was like, you'll figure it out, and I left, all fucking asshole-ish, you'll figure it out, and... I left, so they all know I really don't like them. And, I was just going around. And then people are like, holy crap, dude, you seem really happy. What's going on? I'm like, I quit. I put my 2 weeks in. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking done with this place. Thank God. I'm like so happy and all that stuff. And, I said my goodbyes. Some of them were dumbfounded. One of them, I think his name is Colbin or something like that. Corbin, something like that. Colbin, I think it's Colbin. Big old guy, big guy. I hadn't seen him in a while, and here I am. He's like, what's up, PJ? I'm like, oh, I quit. I'm great. How are you? You know, I'm fucking fantastic. And he just kind of like, oh, okay, you know, and he just kind of went the other direction. And here I am just smiling at him, walking away and all that stuff. And then, after that, you know, I talked to Tristan. Tristan's like, oh, fucking sweet, you know. And then I gave them my goodbyes, you know. Well, not yet, you know. I told them, you know, just a heads up. I just wanted to give my gratitude and thanks. So I gave my gratitude to Nick, you know, because I still like Nick. Nick is just a puppet, but he's not a bad guy. You know, he's just doing what they're telling him to do, which, of course, he's the kind of guy who would do that. So, you know, I had him do that, or they had him do that, which was annoying. And then I said goodbye to Blake, you know, well, not goodbye, but I thanked him for the time that me and him worked. You know, he's a coach, so me and him didn't really work, but he was nice to me. He listened to me, even though he probably said something about the whole James thing, because I did tell him about the whole situation with James being Jesse, you know, and some of the beef, you know, and I was tired of it, you know. So I told him, you know, thank you for all the time, you know. Josh, I thanked him for the time that we all worked with each other, even though I didn't really talk to him. Alex, even though me and him didn't really speak much, I showed, basically not thanked these people. It's more the higher up ones like Gabrielle and Blake that I thanked for the time, you know. I just showed my gratitude to the coaches, Marchell, James, I gave my thanks to Aaron for the time that we worked together. You know, I told them, you know, I appreciate you guys, you know, these people, but the fucking rest of them, that's not a good sign, you know. And Jesse's gonna get that at the end of the time as well, you know. So probably on my last day of the week, so. I want to put my sick pay in on the last day. I have 32 hours of sick pay. I want to use that sick pay, so I think I'm going to use that sick pay. And I don't think they can fight me for it. I don't think they could really fight me. I think they would have to pay me sick pay, because that's what I want to do, is use my last 32 hours of sick pay. That's 4 6-hour days. So that's probably what I'm going to do, you know, just 4 6-hour days, or 5, you know, however many days, you know, because they're trying to keep me at 5.5, and I'm already doing 5.5 hours. Really, it's fucking 8:30 to 8:45 to 2:30. Like they really tried tripping over me a little late, but at least they made up for the time. Like, come on, y'all are just a bunch of bitches who are just trying to throw shit at me, you know? So, you know, I said my screw you to people, which Jesse, him, I didn't do this yet. He's kind of the grand finale. But, you know, Luke, I'm not really sure how to feel, because Luke, I like him, but at the same time, he gets on my nerves. You know, Luke will constantly talk to the girls there, but when it's me, or when it's some of the other guys, he acts all fucking weird and quiet and what up and just walks away, you know. Like, I've known you for almost 2 years, man. Like, we're human. Talk to me, you know. Don't say something and, you know, just, oh, I got my girlfriend's basketball game, just not looking at me. You'll talk to the women for fucking ever, but you won't talk to the guys. Like, you know, and then the other times where we actually keep the conversation long is when he's barking at me, and not actually barking at me, but when he's like, you know, like he'll give people a hard time, but at the same time he won't. Like, I asked him for his opinion yesterday about the paper towels on the garbages or on the floor. He's like, you know, problem solved, you know. He's just like kind of that attitude. It's like, there's no fucking trouble. I'm just asking for your help. he barked at Aaron over a fucking cord, a cord that I guess if we break it, we're somehow going to get in trouble. Then don't give it to us. That's what Aaron was like. Don't give it to us if it's going to fucking cause trouble if we break it, And, yeah, so it's just like, sorry, my nose was itching. Yeah, Luke, I'm not really sure. I think I'm going to just remain quiet on him. If, he's still respectable enough to say hi and how are you doing and see you later, but he just never really talked to me too much. He kind of kept it really short, except for when he needed me for something, like to get on a machine and test it, or if he had something to bark at us about. Like with the argument with me and Jesse, he was just trying to be like, I removed those chairs, and I didn't want them in there because of the fire department. And I'm like, well, if you didn't want them in there because of that, say that. Don't keep taking the chairs out, expecting us to not put them back in, because Liz was fine with it. So I was throwing that shit at them. So, Luke, I'm not really sure how I feel about. I do like the guy, but he's got more annoying antics. He's probably the anti-like. That's what I'll call it, the anti-like. So I like him, but I don't like him. But I respected him. I just gave him that respect whenever he needed me or asked me, because he's not my boss. He even told me, I was struggling because I was pissed off, thinking, because Jesse's a snitch. Jesse is, no matter how much they deny it, he would talk to Anthony, just telling on whatever and whatever, and, they can keep denying it all he wants. But Luke told me, he's like, I can't do anything about it, and I'm not your guys' manager, I'm like, okay, well, I'm tired of it, I told him I'm tired of it, and then I didn't want to say anything about it again. I was kind of done, because I never noticed he was a snitch. He was acting dumb at first, Jesse. He kept cutting us off. He wouldn't even ask us how we were doing. He would just say something snarky like, hey, there he is, not how you doing, PJ. There he is. And he'll walk in. Did you fart in here? It's like, it's not funny, I'm at work. We need, it's cool to make the joke, but don't try to make sarcastic jokes on people, so I did it in return when he was like, did you fart in here? I'm like, Tanner was like, no. He's like, did you fart in here, PJ? I'm like, no. But the saying, whoever smelt it, dealt it. And he took that personally. He's like, well, I never dealt nothing. So we both got a good laugh. Not Jesse. Jesse wasn't laughing. But me and Tanner, we were laughing. We were like, that was funny. So, but it was just a joke, So, but yeah, so it just kind of escalated over time. And now that I think about it, I'm not sure, But yeah, so I guess I also went to Gabrielle, and I thanked her for the time of working there, like I said. And she was the last person I thanked because I was about to leave. But I was like, I'll still be here, it's just, for a good minute, I'm done, Is that Gab? That's not Gab. Looks like Gab, but it's not. But, yeah, so I thanked all the good ones. Most of the good ones. I still hadn't talked to all of them. Luke, I'm not sure how I feel about saying goodbye to. He's not on this level, though. That's for sure. He's not on this level. He's just kind of in the middle. There's honor and there's dishonorable. So we're thinking Red Dead. Jesse, Chad, Tessa, Liz, especially Kyle. We're just going to add him on there, even though he's not here anymore. He hasn't been here in over a year. We'll add them in the dishonorable, And if there's any other traitors, I don't know. I don't trust talking to anyone much, I don't trust talking to Sophia about anything. Brittany's gone, I saw Brittany within the last week. She seems to be pretty cool, she quit the gym, like in December, or November, December-ish. Beginning of December, I'm not sure. But, yeah, Sophia, I'm not really sure how I feel. I don't think she really has any intention of bringing drama, so I guess she's cool. She's super hot, though. Sophia's like, oh my gosh. She's like the most, her and Brittany were the most superior ones, honestly. They were super hot, you know. Lowe is on my dishonorable. Lowe is on dishonorable. Anthony is kind of in the middle, you know, I'm not really sure. The only dishonorable things Anthony did was fucking Lowe in the back, and, you know, he just had his annoying little moments, but he definitely was not as bad as the other two. You know, I actually genuinely appreciate the time that he was the manager, the OM, but, you know, I should have, you know, it's just his problem was he wasn't talking to me. He wasn't going to get a hi out of me if, you know, I had to say hi to him every time, and he's like, what's up, PJ, you know, just like, he'll fucking go and love the guy next to me, but he won't love not literally love, but, you know, like, he'll go, what's up, Nick? What's up, Blake? You know, all these people, which, you know, but, after that, he would never do that to me, so I had to fucking shit on him for it, which he did start doing at the end, but then he got promoted to assistant GM, and that's when I was like, fuck, man. Yeah. And then they picked Liz out of everybody. Like, come on, man. So, with that being said, Liz is my least favorite one by far. Liz is definitely in the dishonorable. I did want to respect her as a person, but she was quiet with me in the front desk anyway. But, yeah, Liz is in my dishonorable. Chad's in my dishonorable. Tessa's in my dishonorable. And definitely Jesse and Kyle and Lowe are in my dishonorables. Dishonorables. So, in my honorables are Blake. Gabrielle was, we bumped heads a few times. You know, we bumped heads a few times. You know, we, definitely had our moments where I was pissed and she wasn't helping, you know. Showers, I'm not doing the showers. That was the only time, really, was I'm not doing the fucking showers, you know, because I'm only here 5.5 hours and I have another job, you know, so it, didn't really, there was that one time, and then, I did post that in a video where me and Gabrielle kind of bunked heads. And then the second time, she didn't really bonk heads with me. She was just trying to diffuse the situation. It was during the fight with me and Jesse, you know, in the office. And, you know, I apologized to her about that. I'm like, I'm sorry you had to get involved in that. I felt really bad that you guys were dragged into it. And she's like, don't be sorry, you know, it's my job, you know, that's what she said. It's my job. So I'm like, okay, you know, so I gave her the respect because I like Gabrielle. She wasn't mean. Sure, she was quiet around me after the little shit that happened for a while, but, you know, we both redeemed ourselves when I went bowling at Paradise Bowl on, like, back in December. You know, we bowled with each other. We had fun. You know, I gave her the kudos every single time. She was way fucking better than me at bowling. I was doing terrible at bowling. And, you know, she kicked my ass at bowling. She kicked my ass at bowling. That's one thing. She knows how to bowl way better than me. But, you know, so I think that kind of made our peace right there. You know, we were really good. We hugged each other that day too, which was super nice. And, you know, it made me feel a little better about Gabrielle, you know, because I thought she was going to be stuck up about, you know, if I had something to complain about, she would make it hard for me and just protest against it, you know, and, you know, then with the fight, you know, with me and Jesse, it was cool, you know, she wasn't picking sides, she was just like, you do you, him do him, and ignore each other. I'm like, yes, thank you. You know, I appreciate that. You know? So, and then today, I definitely ended it off on a good note, you know. And she told me I can use her as a reference if I need to, if I ever need to. And I'm like, awesome. You know, that's fucking awesome, dude. So, yeah, you know, so I ended it well with Gabrielle, which was nice. I'm really glad. She was definitely, her and Blake are the coolest ones, you know, the coolest higher ups, you know. Cord was cool too. Randy was ass. Liz is ass. Lo was ass. You know, it was fucking just, it was wild. So, but with that being said, I think that's about it. You know, I'm here right now. I'm still waiting for Gab. I think it's been like almost an hour now. Yeah. So oh yeah. In other news, I talked to the cement factory, the cement warehouse. You know, for me and Justin, and you know, Justin's gonna get a thing going. I asked for $22 an hour. Mom put only 20. Mom put only $20 an hour, so I made sure to tell Justin, make sure to say 22, but that's because Justin doesn't have a diploma or a GED, and he doesn't even have a ride to work, really, but, you know, I'm gonna be the ride, so I'm, like, asking the lady, you know, if me and Justin can, be on the same schedule, the same whatever, because, he's gotta roll with me to work and all that stuff, so. With that being said, I'm thirsty. It's a good thing I brought this water, because I'm fucking... This was like my third or fourth take at this video, honestly. But, yeah, you know, that's why today was so interesting. You know, I only have 2 weeks left now of being there. And I knew it was going to happen. And you want to know something ironic? I'll be there for 2 full years. So, starting February 5th was my first day I started working here back in 2021. February 5th through February 25th, January 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 30th, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 30. Wait, whoa, that's way more than a month. So, 25th, I think there's a 31st, January 31st, February 1st, February 2nd, February 3rd, February 4th, February 5th, February 6th, February 7th, February 8th. So February 5th, 2021 to February 8th, which is, let me see, so technically I got like 9 working days left, and, that's it after today, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday. So that's, today's Wednesday, the 25th, the 26th and the 27th, Thursday and Friday. 28th and 29th is Saturday and Sunday. The 30th is Monday. 31st is Tuesday. I'm pretty sure there's a 31st, January 30th. January 31st. I think there's a 31st. 30th, Monday. 31st, Tuesday. 31st, Wednesday. So the 1st of next month will be a Wednesday. Then Thursday, basically it's, it's just next Wednesday and the Wednesday after, so, yeah, February 9th, February 8th, somewhere around that. Yeah, February 8th. If there's 31st. If not, February 9th. Or no, February 7th. I think there's a January 31st. I could just be retarded and not on my calendar. But, yeah, February 8th. February 5th, 2021 was my first day. And then February 8th, 2023 will be my last day. And then that's it. I'm never coming back to that gym after that. My time at the gym is finito. Benito. Thank God. So, I'll obviously make a last video, if I don't get fired before then. Hopefully I'll have this new job lined up within the next couple weeks. And, then I can get fired, Then I can, be let go after the 2 weeks. I think on the last week, I'm going to hopefully have this job, and then I'm going to talk to Mom about it, that I put my 2 weeks in. Once I got the job, I'm going to tell her that I put the 2 weeks in. And, then I'm going to ask her, when should I do the sick pay for the last days, because it's recommended I use the sick pay. Aaron told me I should use the sick pay on my last days. So I said either on days I get sick or the last few days of work. So I'm going to use them on my last day. So, and I'm going to ask them about that too. Or I'm not going to ask them, I'm going to tell them about that too, I think they legally can do that, I think they're legally supposed to and request, I think. I'll look it up and I'll ask, so. But with that being said, that's going to be it for real. This is it for real this time. Just February 8th, or somewhere around that, is my last day. Hopefully I'll find somewhere new to go. Which I will. That, not saying I don't. I have the cement warehouse wanting me. And then a Spanaway warehouse called me as well earlier, but, I already had the cement warehouse fixed up. I think the Spanaway one's Ashley's Furniture. I'm not sure. But, yeah. So, that's about it. Gonna end it there. So, I thank you for watching, and I know it's 2 weeks early for going through this journey of the bullshittery I've gone through at the gym. I truly do, and I mean this sincerely. I told this to Gabrielle. I told this to Blake. Fuck Liz. I didn't talk to Liz. I didn't say thank you for what you do. I did tell her she's doing fine, but you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can't. You just fucking can't. So, that's why I really quit. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. So, they know I call them fucking idiots, motherfuckers, which I don't care. I told Tesla specifically that so then she can go blabbing her mouth to that. Like, I really give a fuck. Yeah, so I told them all, I wish them all the best. Even that little fucking bitch, Jesse, that dude's a bitch, man. I scared him earlier. Oh my gosh, it was funny. Okay, last thing. I was gonna do that thing to him, with the hands that I did. And, by the way, this is the cut after I, with the gun that I slashed my fucking hand with the Glock. Yeah, Aaron thought it was something else. I'm like, no, dude, this is not what it looks like. It looks like that. It really does, but it's not. It's not that. I don't roll that way, suicidal. I mean, I don't roll that way. I think nobody should kill themselves. I think you got to be on a really low level to tell people to kill themselves, or if you try to kill yourself, you got to be on a really low level of just off the hook. But, anyway, so I was walking by doing the garbages, and I didn't even get to finish the garbages, unfortunately. I did most of them. And then I went to go do the club walk, and of course the bitch, Liz, didn't want me to do it. She wanted other people to finish the garbages. It's like, why? Like, just let me do the garbages. I'm working, like, it's better. I could just sit in the back all day, but then that's risking getting kicked out. Or not kicked out. They can't kick me out, but, risk of getting fired, So, but, just trying to think. Anyway, yeah, she also pulled that move to end the day. So I grabbed Gabrielle, out, and that's when I told her what I told her. And then, I bet Liz is like, he's probably saying something about me. And Gabrielle will be like, no, he's just thanking me for the time that I worked there, with him for the last couple of years. So other than that, with Jesse, yeah, I scared his little pansy ass. I was walking with the garbages, and he walks out the break room and he fucking jumps. So I go, and he fucking jumps. Oh my gosh, dude. He walked off looking so pissed off and all that. I just couldn't help but laugh. And then this morning, I see him doing his little antics. He'll like walk by me and he'll just shake his head like in fucking belief that I even exist. Like, I'm still there. I'm like, yeah, I'm still here, you little bitch. I'm still there. And then finally on that day, I put my 2 weeks in, so. But yeah, I wish them all the best, for real. Gabrielle, I wish her the best. I told them that. I'm like, I want it to really work out for you guys. I want new people to get new in the groove, any new janitors, and they all wished me the best. They wish me to get better, not wish, but they all want me to get better pay. I told them the same thing. I hope it works out for you guys here. I'm not gonna be petty and just fucking screw them all because a few of them screwed me over. No, I do want them all to work out. I even told them, make Jesse the fucking lead. He can do it. I don't want bad for Jesse. I don't want it to be bad for Jesse. I just want the dude to think about the other person. Think about the other person that you're talking about. Like, grow up. Grow up. He'll hold the grudge on me over Thursday. It's like, just because I'm pissed off at you does not mean I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to talk to you if I got a problem, But you ain't going to do that, so. But, yeah, so, yeah, I ain't afraid of nobody. I'm not going to ignore people. Sure, I'm not going to say hi to them, but, because at that level, I was just told to ignore him, and I'm only going to talk to him whenever there's a fucking issue, like with the paper towel rolls. I'm like trying to be nice to him, and he won't grow up and actually listen to what I have to say. Me, sure, I'll butt heads, but at least I'm going to listen to your pansy ass, not like listen to you, but just hear you out, hear what you got to say. What do you got to say, because what I'm trying to say is helping the gym. It ain't fucking trying to be your friend. It ain't trying to cause more trouble, grow up, dude, grow a whole foot taller, like, because you act like kids that are your height. So, dude's got a fucking kid of his own. He's gonna have that kid grow bad habits, I don't even know the damn kid. And I act more of like a grown-up than the motherfucker. Constantly tattling and snitching and, being acting like a child his size. So I'm not trying to attack small people. I'm just only attacking him because he is small. So, which is immature as well, but you get the point, so. I'm just saying to grow up, dude. Dude's like 43 years old. Like, come on, man. I'm younger than you. You're supposed to be better than me. But not better, but you're supposed to act like more mature than me. Act, instead of telling on everybody all the time. But whatever, He can do whatever. I wish all the new people there, you know, whoever that may be, you know, people ain't going to tolerate that shit. I didn't tolerate it. Aaron didn't tolerate it. They're going to have to find out the hard way, you know, so I wish them all the best on that. But, yeah, I still have tomorrow and the day after, so I just got to survive the next couple weeks. Whenever I can start early, I'm going to go do that. So Gab's coming, so I'm going to end it here for now. So toodaloo for now.